What is up, world? What is up, world? What is up, world? You are in tune to the Know It All podcast. And of course, you've got your usual suspects on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. It's about 55 in Texas. I know it's a little colder where these two guys is at. Tate, what's happening, man? How you doing?
What's up, Mod? I'm good, man. What's up with you, man? Did I ever thinking about it earlier? Did I ever tell you guys why my nickname Tate Boy Fresh, man?
Well, maybe
You know,
because you try to put that stuff on so you stay fresh. Maybe that's what that is.
well, kind of, sort of. But when I was younger, not your contemporaries, not like the cats, like you 13, 14, not like the 16, 17-year-olds, like the OGs, like Joker's a little younger, maybe older than your dad was. You know what I mean? I used to come around my dad, my uncles, my dad's friends and stuff. They'd be like, "That boy fresh. That boy fresh." I just took it and said, "Tate Boy Fresh."
Oh, so you were
I,
wearing juke. That's what you're saying. You put on all
Drew, I
that
was
juke.
wearing Jordache and Calvin Klein. What you talking about, man?
That boy
Come
was
on,
spraying all
man.
that juke on him.
We
I
talking
can
about
attest to that. I can attest to that. He did have it. He did have it.
No, we talking about cologne, Big G. We talking
Yeah,
about
he had.
cologne.
I'm telling you what he had, bro. Listen, it was all for one and one for all and 3 for 5. This was going on over there with Tate Boy House, man. We
Oh
trade
my
up
God.
clothes in a heartbeat, man. All for
yeah.
one for all, and 3 for 5.
Shout out, rest in peace to the homie Beast, man. Remember that? You remember how Beast was, man. I had a Nike sweatsuit, man. With like red, white, blue. Back when we was wearing the dope mans, and once you wore enough, they started to lean over.
Yeah, yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
but he asked me, could he borrow? He said we let each other borrow clothes and stuff. Let him borrow it. You know how Beast was, man. I came to him like 3 weeks later, like, Beast, man, let me get that suit back. He's like, nah, Tate, I like that. You never give me my suit back, man.
Wow, man, you better get my clothes back, man. What's wrong with you?
Hey man, we used to look out for each other though, for real, man. We used to look. Everybody had something fresh and something nice, man.
Hey,
Everybody
you
had
remember
something.
remember you could take the sneakers back though?
Yeah.
Man, we used to get new shoes all the time because, hey, Nike, I'm sorry for what I was doing 25, 30 years ago. But,
Unbelievable.
Big fleeces.
Unbelievable.
Big
I'm
fleeces.
gonna stop you before you incriminate yourself.
hey,
Big
the
G, what's
statute of
poppin', man?
limitations is up. Statute of limitations is over.
Mhm.
Big G, how you doing today, man? What's poppin'?
Man, it's cold outside, man. We got about 4 inches of snow. When I came down in the basement, it was snowing. They said we're supposed to get some big snow tonight, some more. Man, and it's going to snow again on Wednesday, bro. It ain't over with yet, man. It ain't
Oh
over.
man. Oh
It's
man.
a whole lot of snow.
Wow. All right, you guys, man, we are here, man. We're getting ready to talk a whole bunch of sports, a whole bunch of culture. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like us on Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube and Twitch so that when we go live, you'll definitely get those notifications. Here, G, tell them what they need to do, man. Tell them what they need to do with these algorithms, bro.
Man, listen, they need to like, subscribe, and share. We are not that far away from getting the 1K subs. We just was talking a few minutes ago. We're going to have exclusive content and subscriber content pretty soon on Patreon and on YouTube. So you help us get to the 1K subs. We're going to be doing all kind of different format stuff and stuff that's exclusively for the Know-It-Alls. We want to have like maybe Know-It-Alls After Dark and Know-It-Alls Backstage, where you can hear exclusive content for the Know-It-Alls channel.
Oh, you're definitely going to get some stuff because, I mean, these backstage conversations are crazy. They are really crazy, and we have fun, and we want to share those with the audience. But, man, before we get into anything, let's totally get into this. And we are back. We are here ready to get this whole thing started. Look, man, we're going to start with the All-Star game first because we got a lot of Steeler behind the scene draft stuff that we want to talk. Cowboy behind the scene draft. We're doing our draft 1.0 today for our organizations. Of course, you know we're both Steelers and Cowboy fans, so some interesting takes that we have. I'm really ready to dig into the dichotomy of the draft with our resident draft expert, Big-G, and of course, you know, Tate and I know a little something about a little something, so we do what we do. But yeah, totally, man. I want to get into this draft thing because you guys. First, I mean, let's get into the NBA All-Star Weekend. First, let's talk about the skills competition, right? And we had Chris Paul and Wemby. You know, they said try to cheat the system, as you will. What you guys think about that? Talk to me, Tate. What did you think about that?
I heard the talk of it. I didn't see it, man. I forgot if one wasn't watching it yet. I went back. I know the Cavs won it. I mean, you know, my boy Evan Mobley and Donovan Mitchell. But so I didn't see it, but I read, you know, lots of comments and social media and stuff. They said, even Donovan Mitchell said, I thought Chris Paul and them was cheating, but I don't know what's all behind it. So I really can't fairly critique it or comment on it.
Hey, Big G. You know, I know that you got your cards up. You ready for this, man?
Pick a sign. You and Tate pick one. Come to some type of agreement. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Which one y'all want?
I want 3. Let's go with 3.
3. Dumpster fire is what it was, bro. That was the most trashiest thing I ever seen in my life, bro. Tate, these boys, so like they did the little bounce pass through the little hoop thing. They did a little pass through the hoop. They made the layup or the dunk. But when they were shooting their threes, they just threw the ball. Because it's about the time. It's not about whether or not you make or miss. It's about the time and how fast you're able to get it done. I said Wemby and Chris Paul straight up cheated. They wasn't even trying, dog. Like, they was just throwing them, like just picking them up, throwing them all kind of. It was ridiculous.
It was a legal loophole, Big
bro.
G.
They should have got DQ'd and get them up out of here,
They
bro.
did get DQ'd. They actually
get them out of here. It was horrible.
Yeah.
It was horrible. You don't make an attempt to make a shot. You're just throwing the ball at the basket. They wasn't even throwing it at the basket. They was just throwing it. It looked like it was just horrible, bro. And this is the reason why people got so much problems with All-Star Weekend now, bro. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous.
But to their credit, it is about the time, right? It is about the time. So they were trying to have the fastest time. I mean, they probably could have made it look better. You know what I mean? And they wouldn't have got DQ'd. But if it's about the time,
that ain't nobody but Chris Paul. That's some Chris Paul stuff.
And you know it is some Chris
Paul.
Paul
But when B said it was him, bro. And we know that was Chris Paul did. We know it was Chris Paul. Tate.
You know how Chris Paul get down.
Yeah, we know.
So you guys, 3-point contest. Last night we were going for a 3-peat with Dame Dollar. You know, didn't happen. What you guys think about the 3-point contest? I'll start with you, Tate.
I thought the ultimate winner, Tyler Herro, he kind of lucked up getting in there. He had 19 points after the first round, which was the third qualifier. Dame needed to hit all 5 in his last rack. He hit 4 out of 5, or Dame would have went to the finals, and I think he would have turned around and got things straight.
Yep.
So I mean, you know, it was good, but I mean, Buddy Hield tied the all-time record, 31 in the first round. That tied Steph Curry. I mean, but he didn't make it. I mean, it's hard to stay consistent. I don't know why Brunson was in the deal. Don't understand.
Nope.
And my boy Cade Cunningham, why was they even there?
Yeah. Total waste of time, energy, effort, and resources.
I mean, outside of them both being all-stars, why was they in the 3-point contest? What I'm getting at.
Yeah, let's talk about that. I'm gonna talk about that real quick after G answers. What'd you think about that, man?
I mean, listen, I thought Buddy Hield was going to listen, but he just ran out of gas, bro. And listen, that speaks a lot to like Steph Curry, man. People don't realize how much energy and effort it takes to shoot those baskets like that, bro. Steph every round was hitting it out of the park. Dame every round was hitting it out of the park. Buddy Hield, like Tate said, hit it for 31. And then that boy ran out of straight gas. I was like, man, you got it. I see you had one good round, and after that, it's all over with.
Hey, man, can I give Andre Green a happy birthday?
Yeah, what's up, Dre? Happy birthday,
Shout out, Dre.
man.
Hey, man, this is a special family dish. Been in my family for years. Today is your birthday, that's what I've been told. What a wonderful birthday, you're 1 more year old. On the cake there'll be candles all lighted for you. And the whole world is singing. Come on, fellas. Happy birthday to, come on. You. Thank you, Big G.
Listen, here's my thing. He finds you. I'm sitting here thinking this is the reason why you dress like an R&B dude every time you come on the show. You know what I'm saying? Because you're ready to sing. You see how he grabbed the microphone? I was just waiting for the R&B flexes. You know what I'm saying? Where you do the hands and you'll do all the you know what I'm saying? And
no, that's
I was waiting for that.
That's you and Drew. That's you and Drew Hill.
Hey, listen. I've been waiting for this dude that just showed up in the live chat. That was an all points bulletin about to go out for him. But he just showed up to Tate. He said, "Stop, Tate." He said, "Stop." And
who is that?
It's the one and only Matrix champion. Yes, sir.
The governor of the
Matrix. Thanks, Claude, for coming, showing up. Big pause to myself.
B-Dirt said, "Ma, use the mute button." And so let's go back and grab some of these comments real quick. Black and Gold Standard, what's up, guys? He said guys don't want to compete.
That's
but
right.
I think Afton had a great comment. I'm gonna find it. She said, "So make it about the time, but they only count if you hit the backboard, rim, or net." So yeah. I mean, I think, you know, if you do something like that, make sure that it's something like that. You know, it is what it is. See, I think that if we did the 3-point contest like Steph and because they canceled it, I think that was better. Steph and I forget her name. You know what I mean?
Clark?
Yeah.
Last year.
Like it was last year. But I think, you know, you incorporate that, give WNBA some shine, you know, and then definitely take it for the 3-point contest. Take the people with the highest percentage in most point, like they have to have a certain percentage shot and then the highest percentage made. Those dudes have to compete. But here's the thing: Steph ain't gonna compete no more. You know what I'm saying? So because Steph ain't compete no more, you got to go to understudies, and you know it's kind of hard. I mean, it's kind of hard. I think the reason why the All-Star game, and I'm just gonna start all the way into the dunk contest, but the reason why the All-Star game isn't the All-Star game anymore is because the stars don't want to participate. And you know, Kobe was the last real star to participate in the dunk contest, right? He was the last face of the league. He was the last
face of the league, but not star.
Yeah, no, he was the last face of the league.
He wasn't the face then, though.
Because I mean, LeBron didn't. I mean, but before then, you had Jordan, you had Dominique, you had people who were like
you had Dr. J.
Yeah, you had people who were the prominent faces out here doing it. And I don't blame LeBron. I mean, if you don't want to be in it, you don't want to be in it. But I think it would mean more. It would absolutely mean more if you saw the guys who you cheer for and like, yeah, you know, it would mean more if you saw that.
Well, the thing is they think it's too damning and too damaging to their brains. So they don't want to take no L's on their record when they don't have to. So they just stay out the way.
Yeah.
But the best dunk contest ever was Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon. I don't care what nobody say.
It was one of them.
No, Jordan and Dominique went at it. No, dog. Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon went at it, bro.
They did.
They went at it. That was one of the best dunks I ever seen ever.
It was. I mean, I give it to you. It was some great dunks. I mean,
bro, he had that monster dude on the thing, bro.
I'm gonna say 1A, 1B. I mean, kiss the rim, you know, from the free throw line. Them were dunks we hadn't seen before, man. And Dominique with the tomahawks and the windmills. Oh man, you know what I'm saying? It was what dunking was all about.
Zach LaVine went in between his legs from the free throw line. The dunk that Dominique is famous for, Aaron Gordon did a double clutch. Aaron Gordon did a double clutch, same dunk.
I said 1A and 1B. You can split them up. But
and the thing is, them dudes wouldn't be doing them dunks if it wasn't for Jordan and Dominique. The dunk has evolved and grown. They got to see, and they got to push it to the next level because of what they saw in previous dunk contests. I mean, Dr. J and Larry Nance went in dunk contest back in the original days of the dunk contest. I mean, them is basic dunks now. Yeah, but you know, when you see and you evolve, shout out, bro, man, Dr. J, my favorite player from the time I was probably 8 years old to about 12, 13.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the dunk contest is definitely involved, but it's to me the 3-point, they have to do something, and I agree with you saying, Mon, that they have to put the stars back in the game. But a lot of this with the NBA is they haven't decided on who. It's like we have these players that are older or getting older, or LeBron is still a top 10 player in the league and he's 40 years old. And they haven't done the natural succession of handing it off to the next generation. To me, like the younger generation outside of like Joker hasn't really stepped up to be like, okay, I'm taking the league over. I'm dominating. And that's the stars. That's why they don't show up in these contests, because those guys haven't done what they need to do.
Them is stars and young superstars, man. You talk about LeBron and Steph and KD, them all-time players right there.
Yeah.
You know, ain't none of them other younger jokers all time.
Reginald, you're a sightseer, brother, because this was my next point. I think what you should do is do this. You should find these professional dunkers. They got dunk coaches for what? But you should find these professional dunkers off the street, right? And you should put them all in, like put them, like, have video. We use visual for everything now. So you should put them all in like a voting situation. So, you got your top dunk, you submit your top dunk, and we take the 5 best dunks. So if it's not an NBA player, fine. You know what I'm saying? We want to see dunks. Of course, want to see.
Mac McClung is not an NBA player, really.
Right. So, of course, we want to see NBA players in it. So, in a Stephon Castle, listen.
He going to win one. He going to win one.
No diss to you, brother. You did some awesome dunks last night. I mean, awesome. But I think if you involve some other people that will make you have competition, then the narrative changes. You know what I'm saying?
How you shift all that, bro, straight up, is you got to put bread behind it. These youngsters are motivated by money, bro. So, like, if the dunk contest pays $1 million, I get a meal ticket if I win the dunk contest. Everybody and their mama gonna try to get in that dunk contest. If they motivated by bread, and if the owners make astronomical amounts of money, so why not have the owners chop the money up, put it all in a sack, and say, okay, look, $1 million, $1 million,
and Zion. All of
you still gonna get young no-name players. You think Ant making $50 million gonna let $1 million dunk contest get him out there and mess up his shoe deal because he losing dunk contests and stuff?
But bro, $1 million, they could put on a show.
Really,
unbelievable.
Really,
an unbelievable show.
Tate is right. G is right. You're gonna have to put up bread, but $1 million ain't gonna do it. $5 million bonus for the hey, you're getting it. You're going out there for $5 million. That $5 million for 30 minutes. I'm finna do that for real. Yeah. And like Tate just said, the possibility of you winning is not only gonna open up, your brand more, because you're gonna get shoe endorsements, you're gonna get commercials, everything is gonna happen.
You heard what Mac McClung said last night after he won. He interviewed him. She said, "Are you gonna run it back next year?" He said, "I don't know. We'll see. Depends on if they want me back. That means depends on what they gonna pay me. That's what that means."
Yeah. But Josh said he in it next year, though. Josh said he in it.
I saw that.
Yeah, Josh said he's in it. So we'll see, because we've seen that before.
You need a John Morant. You need a John Morant. You need a Zion. You know how much attention will be paid if you got Ant, Zion, and Ja out here, man. I'm coming to see that. And I don't know about. Let me I got to ask you guys this question. I do not like seeing a tall dunker. Like Hot Rod Williams and all them boys. Y'all, get out. Get out. I don't want to see you. You're 9 foot tall. Dwight Howard. I don't want to see you too tall.
Aaron Gordon was the last one, and that's just because the stuff he was doing was so athletic, bro. Like Aaron Gordon's 6'10", but bro, I ain't never seen no 6'10" dude dunk like him before. Never.
Oh,
what B-Dirt said. He said he'll go out there for 20, but he ain't 8 foot rim. B-Dirt, you might be struggling with an 8 foot rim, bro. We old, bro. We ain't got no knees, bro.
You definitely gonna pull a hamstring. And shout out to B-Dirt. His Michigan basketball team beat Ohio State game, but that was one of the best games of the season. And B-Dirt, that dude Wolf and the big man from Russia, boy, them boys is a load. I'm telling you.
Michigan can mess around and win it, bro. I was watching it earlier today, and I told my son-in-law and my daughter that. I was like, Michigan can mess around and win it.
What's up, Jaime, man? Fifth Floor said, halftime gimmicks are a scam since winners never get paid. Look, we're not talking about a halftime gimmick. We're talking about having a bag, having that $5 million up there in the briefcase and somebody holding it saying, hey, this yours, you win this. Yeah. It's yours, you win it.
Yeah, I mean, college players on NIL money, they making crazy money. On NIL, so you got these youngsters is all about bread, bro. They 150% about the money. So you got to give them an incentive base and pay them to participate. And I think that'll change. Heck, what if you said if you win the dunk contest, you get your own signature shoe? I bet money everybody and their mama would jump in it. I bet money they would. If you get my own shoe.
And I don't want to see Wild World of Sports like Dion and them, used to do. They got in and doing them whack dunks. And it was just good to see them dunk. I don't want to see that. I mean, of course, you probably could get another athlete from a cross sport that would make it interesting. But I'm just saying, get a professional dunker. Get some professional dunkers. Mac McClung is super close to a professional dunker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because he don't do nothing else. He in the G League.
Them other guys is basketball players. They own rosters and they play. Yeah, McClung don't play. He on the Magic G League squad. He spent his time of fixing his craft or perfecting his craft is what I'm looking for. Right. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna say this right now. This is a big G hot take. He the best dunk contest dunker of all time.
Ooh. Tate.
All time.
Yeah. Over Zach LaVine?
Over Zach LaVine.
I don't know
over money?
I don't know that I can say
over
that,
money.
I will say
I said dunk contest dunker. They said it last night. They said Vince, he coming for your title. They said that.
I'll say this, you guys. This is what I'm gonna say. For real. This is what I'm gonna say. He definitely brought the dunk contest back. That may have been the best thing that I watched last night. The 3-point contest, the skills contest. Hey, that may have been the best thing that I watched. He has brought the dunk contest back single-handedly. I'll say that without a shadow of a doubt.
Hey man, I gotta call a timeout, dog. Put Claude Bishop's comment up on the screen, please. Claude Bishop said, Tate, you and B-Dirt was great on the homies Friday night, and the only thing that was missing was pay. Could you escort him to his residence location, please? Please and thank you.
He didn't say nothing wrong.
Yeah, go ahead. Go and escort him, dog.
Bro, he didn't say nothing wrong, man.
Go on in and escort him, bro. Go on and escort him over there, dog.
We gonna let him make it, man. He's nothing out of bounds. You just
you let me make it because he don't mess with you.
No,
that's why that's why you let me make it, bro.
He gets to the matrix. He gets to the matrix.
No, he don't mess with you, bro.
He does.
He don't mess with you.
Yeah. I mean, again, I think Zach could come back. I think Zach should come back. You know what I'm saying? Zach, he's saying bring Zach back. Zach LaVine, both of them. I'd love to see, and they call it the Champions Dunk Contest. You feel me?
Yeah,
that would be nice.
I'm with that. Yeah, I'm with that.
That would be nice. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody gets rolled. I mean, McClung won 3 straight times. Who won it last? Who won it last before McClung started winning? You don't even know.
Don't even know.
No, Zach LaVine. I would guess Zach LaVine, but I know I'm wrong.
Don't even know. Hey, Big G, you know what time it is, man. We're going to walk him to a commercial break, man. Talk to him.
Yeah, man, we appreciate all y'all rocking with us on a Sunday KnoItAllz podcast. If you haven't already, make sure you hit them algorithms, get the thumbs up, like, subscribe, and share. If you're listening to us on audio, wherever you get your audio podcast, Apple, Spotify, Google, wherever you get them, make sure you share it. If you're watching us live on YouTube, let's pay some bills, and we'll be right back on the KnoItAllz podcast. Fine.
And we're back.
Fine. Hey, Tate, them sweet lips was going, boy. They was going fast, too, Tate. Fine.
Oh, look. Fine. We got him.
They got it. Double fine. Both of y'all.
What I said was, though, he had him chopping.
Hey, look. Chopping. So, the last thing on this All-Star game that
wait, time out again. Look at Claude again. Can I get this boy escorted to the Matrix, please? Look who Claude done said now.
What'd he say?
He said, Mod brings the real knowledge to the show. Come on, Claude. Can I please get him escorted, please?
Hey,
please.
You got. I got you. I got you, Big G.
He done messed around and assassinated his lieutenant governor.
I'm gonna tell you that we have to bring our original Matrix back because he's an OG. So that one that's there it is. There it is. The OG has to get
but that new one was created specifically for him.
Well, so here's the deal. This is what we do. We play both of them, right? Because we got to introduce him. You know what I'm saying? We got to introduce him because if you go to the Matrix, he's there. Then the next one, you got to see it. We have to see what it is.
His lieutenant governor is missing in action.
Oh, he'll be here soon. I don't know
what's happening. Listen, he's missing in action. Bro.
He'll be here soon. He'll be here soon. You guys, man, this is why I think this is a clown show. I mean, it's really a clown show to me, man. Like, this is really what we're doing for the All-Star game. This is what it looks like. Big G, tell me what's going on in this picture. Tell me what they're doing.
They done chopped it up into 4 squads because they're trying to make it more interesting and get more people to watch it. So versus having one big conglomerate All-Star game, they done chopped it up into 4 squads. Gave them coaches and everything. Shaq got a squad, Chuck got a squad, Candace Parker got a squad, and Kenny got a squad. And they chose the players based on their bias. Shaq got all the old school dudes in the league. Charles got all the youngsters. Candace got some youngsters.
No, Candace got the youngest. Charles got the foreign dudes.
Yeah. No. Barkley got the foreign dudes. Shea, Nika, Joker, facts. Donovan Mitchell. Yeah, and then Kenny got the youngsters, but not too young. But they're just trying to make it interesting.
25 and under. Kenny got.
Yeah, they're trying to make it interesting, man, so people will watch it, man. But I understand it why, because this actually gets more players in the All-Star game. Look, I think every roster's got 8 or 9 players. So now you got 9 times 2 is 18. 18 times 2 is 32 guys.
Why?
Hey, man, because people are not watching the NBA, bro. That's why.
It's an honor to make the All-Star team. It's an honor. That's like the All-Pro. It's an honor to make it. So when you cheapen it for it's just cheap. Why? It's trash.
The NBA is going through the same thing. The Pro Bowl's big trash now.
NFL.
The NFL, the Pro Bowl is garbage.
It's garbage.
So it's not. It's a flag football contest. So, garbage. But people, they want people to. The thing about the NBA is that their All-Star salute to players is right in the middle of the season. The NFL is at the end of the season, so you understand why the guys don't want to play. I don't understand why the guys don't want to play in the NBA. I understand that there's a risk of injury and all whatever else, but those guys played for years, man. My best memories of the All-Star game was the 80s and the 90s All-Star game.
Man.
When them dudes used to go at it. They used to go at it, bro. And it was like a fight to who was going to get the MVP. It was a fight. Because I was like, I'm getting mine. I remember the one year Barkley, Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Magic, Karl Malone all went after the MVP. And they was out there it seemed like every play was a dunk. And it got more and more spectacular.
Big E Bronco said basketball is big trash.
Listen, I ain't mad at him. I ain't mad
Oh
at him,
my God.
but they're trying to sell the product. I think Tate is, listen, as far as the know-it-alls is concerned, Tate is our basketball aficionado, right? He knows. And I think he might agree with me in a lot of ways to try to just get the interest. But I want to get his take, bro. Tate, what you think about it, man?
The All-Star game?
Yep.
It's pointless. It's been pointless. I mean, I think last year the score was down near 200 to 180 or something like that.
Yeah.
It's just an up and down the court dunk contest, a 3-point jacking up contest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Big pause to myself, you know. But yeah, man, it's like I was telling somebody earlier this week, I don't remember who it was, but like even back in the day, they might coast a little bit when that fourth quarter came though. Them OGs was locking in.
Locking in.
You know what I mean? Even if it was that, even if you did what you did for 3 quarters, what you do now, let everybody get excited, see dunks, see logo threes and stuff. I get it. But come that fourth quarter, give us them 12 minutes, man.
Yeah.
Go after it.
Yeah.
But they don't.
Yeah. Yeah. They got to do something. They got to do something.
Again, man, I'm just I don't like where it is right now. It doesn't give you the warm, fuzzy feeling. You know, it's just, it's like, why are we even watching? Why am I spending my time watching this? Right.
Yeah.
And there's some tweaks that can be made. It's definitely some tweaks that can be made. But
they need to go back to the old format, man. They need to go back East versus West, put the money in the middle, and be like, okay. Or how about this? East versus West, and the winner of the All-Star game gets home court home in the finals. Regardless of what the records are.
Ooh, that would be great.
That would make it more important.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what baseball is doing for a minute. That's why baseball, I don't know if they still do it, but that's why it was mattering though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that the winner gets home court. And
no matter what.
No matter what. that I would love that. I would definitely love that. Well, now you know we got a lot of work. We got a lot of things that we're going to traverse here. The know-it-alls every year. Myself, my big brother and Tate Boy Fresh, my other brother,
and your big homie.
The other brother in this equation. We all get together and we do our mock draft 1.0, and it goes sometimes to 3. The second one we kind of flipped it because the first one we normally do is all 32, all 32 teams. We'll go through it once. We'll say who they're gonna pick, but you know the things that's near and dear to our heart is we want to get on it. I'm gonna give them we didn't flip the coin, but I'm gonna go ahead and give them their time to spread out because you know it's 2 of them, 1 of me, and I will go last here. But we want to talk, man. There's some needs that has to be had. We're gonna talk about that first when we talk about our teams and our team's needs, the big free agencies we got going on. Let's get to it.
Tate Boy Fresh, you see them Pittsburgh Steelers, man. We got picks 22, 52, 83, 122, 163, 225, 238, and 247. And we got some free agents out there. Justin, Rusty, Najee, Preston Smith, who's Adios Muchachos, Larry Okunjobi, and Cole Holcomb. Bro, I'm just saying, I think we got to hit it out of the park with this draft, man. And we got to do something about what's going on in that quarterback room. So before we get to the picks, I'm just going to ask Tate, what you thinking about going into the draft, bro?
The Steelers right now, they cut Preston Smith yesterday or day before Valentine's Day massacre.
Yep.
But stay $13 million.
Yep.
Ogunjobi gonna be gone. That's $20 million.
Yep.
Cole Hogan gonna be gone. That's $26 million.
Yep. The bread get good.
They get rid of one of the D linemen that wasn't doing nothing. The veteran dude, the Lowry.
Yep.
That's $2.5 million. They can create $30 million just in their cuts. That ain't count restructure.
Fact.
They can restructure TJ. They can restructure probably Highsmith.
Yep.
Minka. So I read the article the Steelers can create $85 million in cap space. and not lose nobody but the people that they cut. So I like where they potentially sit. And that being said, says like the fact that they're making all these decisions before free agency even starts makes me think they're gonna be big players in free agency. We're gonna get at least 2 big fish.
Yeah.
2 big fish.
Yeah.
Like right now,
they'd have a great draft, and then have a great draft.
Right now, I'm calling free agent wise Byron Murphy, and a potential. I don't think we get T. I don't think the Bengals will let it rock like that, but potential trade for DJ Metcalf is what I want to see.
Wait.
DJ Metcalf?
Yeah. Byron Murphy, the corner from the Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, okay, all right. I'm thinking about other Byron Murphy. So, look, Big E Broncos, I left it up here because he said, I've seen where Pittsburgh looking to trade for Trevor Lawrence. Have you guys heard anything about that?
It's debunked. Yeah,
it's debunked.
Yeah,
Schefter and Pelissaro.
Yep. Yeah, they squeaked it out there, talking about it was out there. Some guy was talking mess, saying that it was going to happen. Listen, why would we give – and I want to say this even before we get to the draft. Why would we give Trevor Lawrence $50 million a year and he's not better than Justin Fields? Look at their overall career record. Look at touchdown to interception ratio. Look at fumbles that they've had, and go back and watch the freaking film. And Trevor Lawrence, look at the weapons he's had. Justin ain't had nothing even close to that.
So let me ask you a
question. He's not better than him.
Let me ask y'all a question. Put this graphic back up here again. Who out of the notable free agents, who do you possibly sign back? Who are y'all signing back?
It ain't but 2 names. There's even a possibility.
Yep. Justin is one, and who's the other one, Tate?
Najee.
Yep, and that's he got to
take is a possibility. I'm not saying they're gonna do it, but it's a possibility.
Yep. And Najee ain't because $10 million.
So
yeah, he probably can get 3 years, 20, 26, something like that.
Yep.
So Rusty is adios muchachos, huh?
Big gone.
Hey, Rusty saw adios muchachos that.
How many feet are in a mile? 5,280 feet. You pick this ball up, you run every one of them. Get the stepping.
Russ got to get to stepping.
Exactly. He asked him how many feet was in a mile. Take every last one of them away from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, because you ain't coming back. You're gone, dog. Well, holla at you. Clean your locker room out. Everything about you, just go and give it back up. You gone.
Y'all done already put his stuff in a black trash bag, huh?
We done took that boy Kiko from him. It's over.
Yeah, I think that's all that need to happen. They usually pack up their stuff after the last game. So his stuff out, but he don't got no way to get in and bring it back.
Yeah. Somebody got to open the door and let him in. Be like, can I help you? Can I help you?
Hey, Big G, they'll come to the door like, what you want, Russ? They ain't gonna open it all the way. They gonna stick their head out.
What's up, bro?
Yeah.
What
right.
Need, bro?
Yeah, I already got a house full of people, bro. I don't need no extra friends right now, bro.
No, ain't nobody.
Right.
Hey, look, ain't nothing here for you, man.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing here for you, man. Well, we're going to start this thing off right. We're going to start this thing out swiftly with my boy, Tate Boy Fresh, with his draft 1.0. Here we go.
Yeah, man. My draft, man, you got 2 of the R&B smooth pictures of me up there, man. What you doing?
He got the double R&B smooth, dog. He got him with the green hat and with the maroon hat on, dog. Double R&B smooth.
But yeah, man, as far as my mock draft go, man, we had no trades, right? So I had to just use straight Steeler picks that they had. Yeah. So here's my thinking real quick. We need a wide receiver, big time, bad. In this particular mock draft, Matthew Golden was available, but I'm not using the first-round pick on Matthew Golden. I'd rather have Ibuka, and that's no bias. I just think he's a little bit bigger, better blocker. I think Golden is probably a little faster, but he's also not as big, not as good a blocker. And I don't know that he's a Pittsburgh Steeler character kind of guy. I mean, Ibuka eventually will remind you of a Hines Ward type character.
Fact.
So Tate, just to let you know, Ibuka's faster. He's 4.3 flat is what they got him listed. Golden's a 4.38.
Oh, I got to see that 4.3 flat mod. I don't know. I ain't saying anything so.
Mhm.
But second round, we need D tackle help, D line work. TJ Sanders out of South Carolina. Big G, tell us about TJ Sanders real quick.
Man, he's a dancing freaking panda. If you go back and look at all the havoc that was called by South Carolina's defense, and in my opinion, top 5 defense in the country. Yeah, they had great defensive ends and Stewart and the freshman, man, but TJ Sanders was catching a double team and beating it 99.9% of the time. If you're not going to go defensive lineman in the first round, TJ Sanders is a lock for the second round. And I wouldn't be shocked, Tate, if by the end of the combine, he's going to have a first round grade. I would not be shocked.
Mm.
I don't disagree with you. Pick in third round, one more running back available. I want to look at running back, but the value wasn't there for me at that pick. So I went with the best CD left on the board to fix the Steelers scheme. That was Maxwell Harrison. 5'11 and a half, 190 pounds, graded man-to-man. Just want somebody opposite. Yeah, he's a press corner.
Yeah,
exactly. So I really like him because of that. I think they get a free agent. Like I said, hopefully Murphy, and then maybe they don't pick Harrison if that's the case. But they could let Jackson go, Dante Jackson. Brumman said no offensive line. Nah, man, I don't think that's. I think we bring part off the line go. We bring Herbig back. We got the boy from Maryland, Big G, and Spencer Anderson.
Yeah,
we got some pieces. You get somebody in the
I think they make a splash in free agency, Tate. I think they're going to make a splash.
They could. I saw where they might try and get the guy from the Ravens, played at Notre Dame. Stanley, yeah. So we'll see that. Like I said, they're gonna have that bread. Fourth round, defensive tackle Darius Alexander out of University of Toledo. Big G, tell us about him real quick.
I mean, he's probably the sleeper pick of defensive linemen in this draft. If you go and actually put on the tape with Darius Alexander, he looks like a top 5 defensive tackle position pick. He's got super speed. He's super athletic. He reminds you a lot of Grant, the defensive tackle from Michigan, man. He's got the same size, same measurables. He's about 6'3", 320, 325 pounds. And this kid's going to run a legit sub 4.9 40-yard dash at the combine. So, and his tape matches. And that's going to be a theme that you'll see what all of us talk about is that I'm not picking players. You can be a great combine athlete, but if your tape don't match, I'm not rocking with you, bro. I need your tape to match what you got going on as far as measurables.
Yeah, thanks, Big G. I think I like him a lot. I mean, I think he's more of probably more of the 3 technique, but he got some pass rushing ability. You know what I mean? Yeah, right. He's physical. He's not big and bulky. He's kind of one of those cut up kind of Aaron Donald type dudes.
Yeah.
You know? In the 5th round, we get our running back, Devin Neal. Shout out to Afton, Kansas boy, not Kansas State, but he killed Deion in Colorado though. Yeah. That got to be against Colorado.
Yeah. The only reason why he slides that far, Tate, is because of his injury history. That's it. His injury history got him sliding that far.
Yeah, he's really similar to Jalen Warren, just a little bigger. I mean, size-wise, as far as weight. You know, I think he might be about 215, 220 Neal. I think Jalen Warren like 200, 205. But they both run hard. They both are good zone block runners. So
Devin Neal is 5'11", 215.
Okay, there you go.
Pretty good size.
Yeah. I think Jalen Warren like 5'8". But so I like Devin Neal a lot, and getting him in pick 163, that's a steal to me. And it's a position need, and he come in right away and pairs with Jalen Warren, split some of the carries. Because I think that's kind of what you got to do now. I mean, we don't know if Jalen Warren's ready to go, full load. You know what I mean? Take the full load.
Yeah.
But
Right.
in the sixth round, no, is that sixth round pick? That's seventh round with the pick.
Yeah, Cody Simon, 225.
Get Cody Simon at 225, linebacker out of Ohio State, 6'3", 235. You go ahead and get him because you letting Cole Holcomb go. And then I think he immediately gets in for a year, learns behind our boy from, what's his name? Landon Roberts. You know, I think Roberts will be back for a year. They'll sign him. I think they'll sign Roberts to a 2-year deal with a team option for the second year. I think Roberts going to be there to get, in this particular scenario, to get Simon ready. So I like that pick. He's, like I said, the captain of Ohio State defense. Again, he's one of those character guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He led Ohio State defense. He wore the block O, right, G?
Facts. And his tape is going to match his combine, which is critical for me in this draft. Your tape has to match your combine.
I don't agree. I don't disagree with Brutt, man. I mean, I think Najee is good, but the Steelers want some home run capability, man. At best, Najee going for 30 yards.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? on his long run. You know what I mean?
You out of gas.
But yeah. We need somebody that can. Any running back can get caught unless you Travion Henderson or somebody like that. But Ashton Genty could get caught, I think.
Saquon.
But I think you got to get Saquon might not get caught.
No,
Derrick Henry not getting caught.
Saquon not getting caught. Derrick Henry not getting caught.
Right. But you know what I'm saying? Some running backs can't get caught. But so I like Cody Simon. I don't know how we started talking about running backs getting caught. Well, how did I get to that? I'm talking about Cody Simon.
The brother man to you comment.
Oh yeah, brother man's comment. You threw me. You put the train off the tracks, brother man. Fifth floor. But thanks for the comment, man. Pick 238. I got Shiloh Sanders, and that's kind of
I like this. I think this is a sneaky pick.
Well, I know you like it, man, because you're a big Dion fan.
Sneaky
but
pick,
I think at pick 238 is something to the lineage. Steelers like to get people who grew up in football families whose parents or siblings play professional football and stuff because they know the drill, they know the work.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think isn't he like 6'2", 200, something like that?
Yeah, he's like 6'2", 210. He's never gonna line up and play a slot corner. You're gonna have to play cover 2 with defense with this kid, man. This kid is off ball safety, man. There's nothing about him he can play press. Nothing.
Right, but he
comes up. He's a thumper though. He will come up and lay the wood to you, man.
Yeah,
real.
That is facts. That's facts.
I think he high football IQ too.
Yeah, facts.
And I was looking for Jordan Clark, Ryan Clark's son. I mean, he obviously went somewhere earlier than Shiloh Sanders, so makes sense.
Yeah.
And last pick 247. Here's where we take our winger at the quarterback, take a flyer. And Curtis Rourke out of Indiana. He's okay. All you do is secure him with the third, 7th round pick, so he don't have an option in undrafted free agents. You pick him, you get him, and you see what you're working with. So I think with that pick, you just throw a dart at the dartboard and see what he can do. He perhaps can be a third-team quarterback. He might can beat out the kid Big-G that came from Miami and signed with us.
Oh Lord, I can't even. Thompson, Skylar Thompson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Skylar
Compete
Thompson.
with him for potentially third spots. What I think.
Yep.
Man, I really like Tate's draft. I like that. I think he.
Hey, live chat. What grade y'all give me? Just put it in the live chat for the Steelers.
He put a lot of thought into it, and definitely we're ready to see what Big G said when we're talking about his mock draft 1.0.
Yeah, man. Look at Mott. He got me with the Mardi Gras beads on with the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is my mock draft, man. Listen, I dove into my bag, man. I tried my best not to be biased, but I'm just putting a precedent out there. And every person that's listening to me, share this with all your friends. The Philadelphia Eagles have won, and they've appeared in 2 Super Bowls, but have won a Super Bowl in the last 3 years because they established a direct pipeline from a major college football team that's loaded with NFL talent to fill their roster.
Hold on.
There's a precedence there. Yeah.
Hold on before you get deep. He asked for comments, so we got to give the chat that thing. Brother man, Fifth Flow said, not bad take, maybe a B or a low C.
Yep.
Afton said, maybe an A minus. Claude Bishop said,
Hey, Claude flags you, dog. He said you got a D for the draft.
he said you got a D.
Uh-uh.
Brent Howell said B plus. Biggie Bronco said C plus, and Jaime Carlo said B plus. All right, G, let's get back to it, man. Go ahead and finish knocking this down.
All right, so Emeka Buka, I agree with Tate. We got to take him at 21. I don't know if Emeka Buka will be there. And Steeler fans, I don't know about you guys, but people are saying, well, we shouldn't trade draft capital. Listen, I'm willing to go up 3-4 spots to get this kid because he's wide receiver one, day one. I don't know if he's going to run a 4.30 flat, but he's going to run a definitely sub 4.4. He's the all-time leading receiver at Ohio State, and that speaks volumes when you had Jackson Smith-Njigba, Marvin Harrison, Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson. You've had dogs there, Marvin Harrison Jr. There's been dogs. So this kid is going to come in and be wide receiver number one right off the bat.
Hey, Big G.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you left out the OGs like Chris Carter and Joey Galloway and Terry Glenn and Ted Ginn. I mean, David Boston. He's the most productive all time.
All time, most productive wide receiver, man, all time. And was willing to take a back seat to what I think is a future Hall of Famer, Jeremiah Smith. You know, right off the bat. So he allowed Jeremiah to develop because he knew that was going to make him a better player and make them a better team. So, yeah, I love Emeka. I love his character. Mack is that guy, bro. And I'm hoping he's there at 21. The next pick at 52, oh, my God. If Travion Henderson is at pick 52, they cannot run the card fast enough to the podium. Travion Henderson is a smaller version of Saquon Barkley. He is explosive, as you see with the video content. This kid can get the ball anywhere on the field and score. And I like his mentality because he saw the writing on the wall as far as having a lot of carries on his body prior into the NFL.
Big G, I don't know if he's a smaller version. I think him and Saquon are probably the same. Saquon's legs may be bigger, but Travion is 5'10", 208, runs a 4.39.
Saquon Barkley is 226.
Okay.
226 and extremely explosive. But Trey will remind you of Saquon Barkley. Travion Henderson is the best blocking back in this draft. He's explosive. He can score from anywhere on the field. But when you put his tape on and watch his ability to be able to block out of the backfield, that means he's a 3-down back. I think he's going to remind a lot of people of Jahmyr Gibbs in the NFL at the next level. So if Trey's there at 52, man, oh my God.
And not to mention the fact that he's never fumbled in
college. Never in his whole collegiate career. Never ever fumbled.
And Black and Gold Standard said he's been at OSU for 6 years, seems like. And in that time that he's been there, he's never fumbled the ball.
Never put the ball on the carpet.
I had to go back and research that myself. That's remarkable.
Yeah. All right, at number 83. I think this is a sleeper of the draft, and I'm going to be interested to see how he performs at the combine. I really like Alfred Williams, defensive tackle, University of Texas. I think he's got all the size, the athletic ability. I mean, he can press from the 2 technique and the 3 technique, get home on a regular basis. He's super strong and he's super fast. I even saw plays so far on film where this kid was dropping in coverage. So at 300,
He had an interception.
325, 330 plus pounds, 6'4". Yeah, that's a dancing panda. And I think we got to go back to back because my second player is Darius Alexander from Toledo, similar to Tate. I think that we have to address the defensive tackle or the defensive line because Cameron Hayward is out of there. I mean, after maybe a year or two, Keanu Benton is our future, but you got to get him some help. And Loudermilk and Laundry and them, Okunjobi is not going to help him. So I go back-to-back at 83 and 122. At 163, and people might say, like, why are we taking a center? Seth McLaughlin was an All-American player that if he wasn't hurt, would probably be in the first 3 rounds of the draft.
Absolutely.
He can play guard and center. Hear me again. guard and center. He was an All-American at Alabama, All-American at Ohio State, great measurables, will bench press and have great reps. And then when you put the film on, he never got beat the whole season on the inside on a 2 technique or 3 technique. So there's questions about what we're going to do at guard. Daniels, McCormick. Get Seth McLaughlin, groom him a little bit. If you're going to go ahead and put Isaac Seumalo out there with McCormick, that's fine. But then let Seumalo go, and Seth McCormick is your next guard. At 225 in the 7th round, Tate, I agree with going for a quarterback. I just think we got to go early. Christian Rourke, Indiana quarterback. I like his tape, man. I mean, when you start comparing this kid to like Kyle McCord or him, I'd rather take Curtis Rourke. Curtis Rourke is more fundamentally sound, and I think he can work in 11 personnel with RPO sets and plays because that was the primary playbook for the University of Indiana. I want to double dip and at wide receiver as well. I like LaJohntay Webster, wide receiver out of Colorado. I think this kid is a steal, man. I think he's a super steal. The only thing about him, he doesn't have character issues. He has coaching issues because he realizes and knows he's a superstar. So he was going to slip maybe to the 7th round, but I don't think he'll have character issues, and I think he'll be a big play receiver that could replace Mike Williams in our offense and be younger and cheaper. So let's go with him. And my last pick, man, is a cornerback, O'Donnell Fortunalo out of South Carolina University. I love this kid, man. Any South Carolina player you get, I think you're going to win. I think if you land players from South Carolina, from Texas, from Ohio State, and from Michigan in this draft, I think you're hitting it out of the ballpark. So to get a kid at that quality at cornerback in the 7th round, not saying he's going to be a day one starter, but definitely could contribute to special teams and eventually become a starter in the Pittsburgh Steelers offense, bro.
I like it. I like it, Big G. Everybody,
I need my grades. I need my grades.
Everybody in the chat, make sure that you give Big G a grade for his draft. I really like it. I think as we're going over it, the thing that stood out to me, I love the first 3 picks. Actually, the first 4 picks were knockouts to me, I think. And then you made me think about something with Seth. You're absolutely right on the fact that had he not been hurt, he was all world. Everybody was that was all everybody was talking about with Seth is that, you know, he's going to be this and he's going to be that. And he was really, really good before he hurt. And then, of course, LaJohntay Webster, I think that was a knockout. Tate, what you think about this?
Excuse me. I think it's a great draft. I mean, we got 1, 2, 3 of the same players.
Yeah.
I don't remember if Travion Henderson was there when I picked in the 2nd round. I like Travion, but I think he might have been going already in my draft. Mm-hmm. So that's when I went with the D tackle. Mm-hmm. I really like the McLaughlin pick. That's a really good pick. I mean, because hey man, everybody that listens to us know, you know, Big G, I'm a talent guy. I don't care about character issues. I don't care about prior injuries. If you playing ball now, put me the talent in my room and we'll see what happens.
Right.
That's facts.
You know? So yeah, I agree. I agree with his draft. I don't know the corner that he took in the last round, but so I think we got we both took Booker, we both took Alexander, we both took Rourke. I got Rourke a pick lower than Big G did, but his McLaughlin to me makes up for that and puts his over mine. My corner's better. Harrison's better than that dude he got at the bottom that I don't know nothing about. But yeah, no, I like the draft overall. That was a great draft.
Yeah, I think both of y'all get A's. I might give G a A-. I think it was really, really good. But both A's, solid A's. Reginald Rivers said an A. Brent Howell said a B.
Wow, watch what Claude gave you.
Jaime said a B-. Afton said an A. Big E Bronco said a B+. Black and Gold Standard said B+. Hit it out the park. Brother Man, Fifth Flow said I was gonna give you a C, but since you have Travion, it's a B.
I like Travion too.
Yeah, I love Travion. You'll see why. And Jaime said, change in mind, A-.
You know why you ain't seen Claude on here? Because Claude know he got to give me an A, and he won't do it. He won't give me. He knows that's an A draft. Claude, I didn't hit the draft 3 years in a row. Stop it. 3 years in a row, I didn't hit the draft. Stop it.
Stop it. Yeah, man. So last but not least.
Oh, look what he said. Look what he said. Claude Bishop gave me an F.
Oh, no.
Could you please escort that brother to the Matrix one more time, man?
I told you, wait till you see what Claude give you. I know if nothing else, he's going to do it just out of spite.
That's the biggest bias I've ever seen in my life. Put that boy in the Matrix, man.
Go ahead.
New Matrix or old school Matrix?
You got to get both of them, dog.
Double down with it, man.
You got to get both of them.
Double down? Claude, we're going to start you out with the OG Matrix, man.
You got to get both of them.
Yeah, that's garbage.
Man, what?
That is trash.
Oh, there you go.
Claude, I can't believe you had nerve enough to give me an F.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not an F.
Oh, I see. I'm all messed up because Ma done add some stuff in there. I can't even.
Yeah, he's definitely
not. Oh, Ma, it's you.
Oh,
there you go. Claude, OG.
The OG Matrix. Got to get it.
And you've been there so long, Claude, you won an election.
How dare you give me an F, Claude? How dare you? That's ridiculous.
Claude, I be trying to help, man. Sometimes you just, you just got to go home. I understand. You got to go home. I get it. He said, Claude is actually putting a grade out there. He actually thinks it's an A.
No, he don't. Claude, believe in his heart, it's an F.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to speak for him. But, this year, our notable free agents that we have leaving, man. Definitely, we got 10 draft picks, which is a help. It's definitely going to be a help.
That's big time help, bro. That's big time help.
Picks 12, 44, 76, 150, 170, 172, 174. So we got in the 5th round. This is something I need for you guys to pay attention to. This was what was crazy for me. How close these picks are apart. 170, 172, 174, 190, 211, and 249. So it's back to back to back to back to back. And then notable free agents we have going: Brandon Cook, Zach Martin, D. Lawrence, Osa, Chauncey, and Jordan Lewis. Now,
how many of those dudes come back, Mon? How many of those come back?
Zach, Osa, Jordan, and Chauncey.
Wow, that's a lot of bread, bro.
D. Lawrence, Tank ain't. Tank is probably going to the Skins.
Okay.
And Brandon's gone. Huh?
Yeah, okay. And Cooks is walking.
Yeah, Brandon's gone because we have to get young at the position, and we definitely got to get some help. We need help. Like, you know what I'm saying? We need help. Batman's been out there with no Robin for at least 3 years. So,
that's facts.
I mean, it's got to be. I mean, Jerry has been operating. Look, for all of you who think that I'm biased and I'm like I drink Kool-Aid, I don't really. I feel like I feel like this. I feel like the Schottenheimer pick wasn't a popular one because it wasn't like a big splash, right? But if you look at the coaching staff that they put together, it says that they want to do what he said they want to do. The fact that all of the players showed up to his press conference mean he has the locker room. Let's sit here and let's watch. Let's watch what we do. We got talent and we got draft we have draft capital to really go do some things this year. So there you go, Tim Lyons. I see you, brother. There you go, man. I see you.
Yeah.
Now, and you're right. 5th floor. Cooks wasn't bad, but he wasn't good either. You know what I'm saying? And will Dak finally get healthy? I think he will. Because we got to get him a running back. We have to get him some help. But here we go.
Look what Tim Lyons said about your GM, dog.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. But just so y'all know, you guys are not in Cowboy country. Some of you may be, but I'll tell you, there's an internal fight going on right now. And that internal fight is against Jerry Jones by Jerry Jones Jr. and Steven. Both Steven and Jerry Jones Jr. are going at their father at this point. Both of them tired of losing, right? Both of them are tired of the position that they're in. And I mean, you've been a GM for 30 years and nothing has changed, bro. Like, nothing has changed.
Mod, you can't unsee that Yoda picture, can you?
Yeah, no, I've seen that before, and it's definitely right. It's definitely right.
Hey, Tate, I told Mod Jerry Jones looked like a pale-skinned Yoda.
He absolutely does.
He looked like a pale-skinned Yoda, dog. He looked just like pale-skinned Yoda.
He absolutely does. And here we go. Either my draft picks, my 1.0 draft, man, we're going to talk about it. Here we got in the first round, he was available, right? And I couldn't believe it. And if he's available,
remember what I told you, Mod. Remember what I told you.
Yeah, look, I'm gonna tell you something. If he's available in the first round, run our ticket down there. Just run that ticket down there. This is a big wide receiver, really big, 6'5", silky smooth, can run, man. He's a 4.4 guy, and I mean, you know, he's probably one of the best wide receivers in the draft. Now, I ain't gonna say he's the best one, because let's talk about this. Me and Big G had a conversation. What'd you say about Tate, man?
I tell Tate is knock is going to be at the combine. Number one, is he really as fast as what people are saying? Is he a sub 4, high 4.4 guy? And then number two, when you go back and actually watch the film on him, his route running is horrible. He's got to have a bunch of choice routes and where he can make the decision about what he's going to do. And that doesn't spell well in the NFL. In the NFL, when they need you to run a 7-yard in and do a comeback route, you need to be there on time. You know, and this guy doesn't, I don't know if he's got the discipline for that. Because right now, pre-draft or like pre-combine, he's a top 5 or 6 player. But I think after teams start evaluating, he could drop down, and maybe a guy like Luther Burden or a Mecca Abuka could pass him up as wide receiver 1 in this year's draft.
Well, yeah, he's 6'5", 212, and 2. He shows fluidity and change of speed in his routes. The thing that they said about his route running is he runs them off. He rounds them off. And as a wide receiver, you can't round off your routes because you give the opportunity for, in the pros, you give an opportunity for a talented defensive back to jump under you and undercut that route. And anytime that happening, you're putting your quarterback out there. Second person that we saw that I saw on the board that I would love for the Cowboys to get, we've seen him once already, Travion Henderson, man. Travion Henderson is just plain out fast. There's no other word for that. He's fast. He's dependable. He's not going to put the ball on the carpet. And we seem to do good when we get Ohio State running backs. I really like him. And that's important.
Mom, for all the people out there, he's a 10-100 guy. He runs 10-1 in the 100s. He's a 10-1 guy. So that's how fast he really is.
I love it. I love it, man. And then the next guy that I saw here was Alfred Collins. Of course, you know, I got a chance to see him a lot in college. Got a chance to see what he could do. This is a local kid, actually, from Maine, Texas.
Man, look at him beat that double team, bro. Look at him beat that double team. That's what I'm talking about.
Fast. Beat the double team real fast. Jake Majors was available for me at 150. We need Jake Majors. What's important to know about him is he can play center, and BB plays center and guard. So if Zach Martin was to retire, you can take
what?
Go ahead.
Can I ask a question? I mean, I like to pick Jerry. How come you ain't use the same draft platform we did?
I did. I used the same one that Sean used.
No,
that ain't the same one. We don't get grades by the one we did.
The one that Sean put in the chat is the one we used.
No, I got 2 different ones in there. I got 2 different ones.
Oh, okay. You
said in, and I used Tate one. Yeah.
You said 2. Okay, I used the one that Sean sent me. I'm sorry about that, Tate, but
I just wanted.
Yeah.
Well, right. It's not. I'm just suggesting not apples to apples. We ain't using the same platform. They could be ranked slightly different.
Yeah.
Oh, mine would have said A all the way across the board, and Claude Bishop would have got escorted to make this one more time. For real.
Yeah. So, like I said, Jake Majors can play center. He's very smart. And we can, if Zach Martin was to retire, we could take Jake, put him in at center, and move BB to guard for Zach. I hate that. I mean, I believe Zach will come back and play out his last year just for one more time at it, for one more swing. I like Kobe Bryant from Kansas. Afton, shout out to you. Kobe Bryant from Kansas. He's a good cornerback. I will tell you.
I like him, Tate. I like him, Mont. I like him a lot. I like him a lot. Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you the thing about Kobe that you got to understand is they say take plays off. Yeah, and that's something that you don't want as far as your defensive back. But he's a good defensive back. The guy shows up. He's a short tackler. That's something I like about him as well. Jay Higgins.
He'll have the third longest arm length for a cornerback in this at the combine measurables. He'll be top 3. Yep.
Love that. And you know we like long corners. We like cornerbacks with a long wingspan. Jay Higgins, linebacker from Iowa. While that's important, is Kendricks may walk. We signed him for a 1-year deal. We need another linebacker. Overshown is still hurt, and he's coming off of injury. So we need another linebacker. And see, if you notice, 170 is our pick. 2 picks later, we got Jay Higgins, and then the next pick was the edge from Miami and Tyler Barron. We're gonna lose D-Law. I mean, unless D-Law says he wants to come back and play for less money, and he's nostalgic and he want to start his career as a Cowboy, end his career as a Cowboy, I don't see him coming back. You got Sam Williams, who was hurt. Fine.
That's big trash. The button got hit by accident. But I want to backtrack on Jay Higgins. Jay Higgins is a poor man's Jack Campbell. And you see what he's doing in Detroit. He's definitely that dude, bro. Definitely.
Tyler, like I said, we got Sam Williams coming back off of injury from last year. We're gonna sign Golston back. We've got Eric Nealon, and then we're after Tank, and then Micah plays some defensive end. But Tank, if we lose Tank, we have to replace an edge. That's why I double dipped here, and you'll see that in a minute. We have to get a quarterback to start grooming because I'm pretty sure Trey ain't coming back to the Cowboys, and we need Cooper Rush will sign him back for a 1-year deal, a 1 or 2 year deal. We need somebody coming in. Kyle McCord is good as any that's in this draft.
McCord is big trash.
He's as good as any that's in this draft. And we got him at 190. So I mean, hey, it's one of those picks that if he work, great. If he don't, goodbye. The next one I double dipped at in edge. And here's another reason why I did this. See, in this draft, there are a couple of players who can actually play multiple positions. Barron Sorrell is one of them. Barron Sorrell could play your inside 2 technique, and he can go and play wide 9. He can also play on your edge. I love Barron Sorrell for the Dallas Cowboys. I think that's a good pick. And then last but not least, this guy, man, Jimmy Horn Jr. I think Jimmy Horn Jr. is going to be a good pro. He's somebody. Now we're definitely signing little man Tate back. You know what I'm saying? We're definitely going to sign Turpin back, Turbo Turpin. But here's a guy who fits that mold. Jimmy Horn Jr. is an electric guy. He's a yak guy with the ball in his hands, a little small, but I guarantee you, Jimmy Horn Jr. is going to be a consummate pro, man. And I like if you can get him in at pick 249, man, I think that's a win. That is a definite win.
I think any Colorado player you get outside of Shiloh in the 6th or the 7th round is a win. In my opinion. Any Colorado player you can get in the 6th or the 7th round is a win outside of Shiloh. I think Shiloh's got bust, even though he's got pro pedigree. I think Shiloh's got bust written all over him.
All right. So talk to me, G. What do you think of that draft?
I like it. I mean, I would give that draft a solid B+, maybe an A-. I think that you're not reaching for any player. I just don't like your first pick at number 12. I mean, I've been already out there publicly saying it, that I think that McMullen will be one of those guys that's going to drop possibly out of the top 10, because once they put the tape in, and I'm huge with this draft, that you have your tape has to match your combine numbers. If it doesn't match it, then that player falls. We got a guy in Ohio State that's going to happen. JT Tuilatai. His measurables to the combine is going to be unbelievable. They're going to put the tape on and be like, what's wrong with his motor? Why is he not? Even though he's opposite Jack Sawyer, why is he not? So that's going to drop him second round. So any player that's like that, because the draft is too deep at certain positions. So I definitely give it a B+, A-, man, for me.
Like the Tate, what'd you think of the draft? Fine. Fine. He got the big fine.
I can't see.
Yeah, mine can't see it. I ain't talking.
You were talking.
No, I wasn't talking. You just speculating.
No, I'm watching you right here. I can see you. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man. I like the draft. I think you got a lot of good players. You got a lot of A's on there, but again, not apples to apples. I have to try this website and see what I can get for the Steelers. What I get from both y'all drafts is both y'all's bias. You got 4 Texas players, literally, and you got Jimmy Horn Jr. just because he played for Dion. So a lot of bias going on,
3 Texas
but
players.
good. Sorrell, Majors, Collins. All right, 3, and Jimmy Horn may as well beat Texas, but. But nah, man, it's a really good draft. You got a lot of good talent there. If that was their draft, they'd be happy as HE double hockey sticks. So
I think so too. Chat, rate the draft. What you got for me? Let's go to it. Reginald
a lot
Rivers,
over there, man.
Reginald Rivers said B+. Afton said S-.
An S-.
Oh my God. Then she said A-.
Yeah.
Tim, mock draft already cracks me up. I'm gonna say this, Tim. This is when it starts. We're actually late. And G, when is the combine? The combine is on the 27th?
No. I sent it to y'all earlier. It's like, I think it is April 27th, but free agency and all that stuff starts in like 3 weeks.
February.
No.
The combine is in February.
yeah.
No, hold on. I got all the dates. Hold on. I got it right here in front of me. The combine's in 12 days from now. The free agency franchise tag starts 17 days from now. Free agency officially kicks off 25 days from now. The draft is 68 days from today. Training camp is 151 days. Preseason is 173. And the kickoff is 200 days. Bro, we in the season. By the time we get to the draft, we only going to have about 100 and some odd days left. And if you want your team to get better, and if you're aficionado and you're a guy that loves college football and loves pro football and wants to analyze and get your team together, you got to get in your bag early and often.
Early and often.
You got to go get in your bag.
Right. Brother man, fifth floor said C. Tim said wish list looks good. Jaime said B because it's the Cowboys.
That's biased.
Brent House said B-. And Black and Gold said B+, a lot of picks. That is true. We got 10 picks.
Well,
That's and look, Gino and Tate know Detroit did this a couple years ago where they had so many picks and their team improved just like that. Now, I seen a question that said how much can be fixed by good coaching if we're talking about Jerry Jones. A lot can be fixed. We saw this. We saw that Jimmy Johnson won in spite of Jerry Jones, right? So it can happen. Am I saying that it will? I don't know. Like I told G, and I'll admit, and I've said it, I said I would say it publicly. The coaching staff, and nothing changes right now, we are third, maybe even fourth in the NFC East. Period. Ooh. Now it's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. We got talent, but everybody else has gotten so much better, right? Philadelphia won the Super Bowl. Washington is really good, and they're about to get better. Washington, don't be surprised if Washington ends up with T. Higgins. Don't be surprised.
Yeah.
And they're going to end up with Tank. they're gonna have talent, right? They're gonna get better. So everybody has to get better. And if we don't get better by going out getting some free agent talent, getting an Aaron Jones at running back, getting an Najee.
How much money y'all got?
Okay, right now we have 17 million, but we could by the push of a button. Enough. By the push of a button, we take Dak's deal and defer a year. We have because he's 98 towards the cap, we would have 58 back towards our cap with just by a push of a button. Restructuring another deal, CD's deal, just going and then re-signing Micah. By the time we did all of that, we'd have, I think it was $78 million in cap.
I think the Steelers are going to have closer to 100. I think the Steelers are going to have close as they can get to 100 million. Yeah. And I think that's going to make them ultra aggressive. But I'm saying this, Ahmad, I'm with you as far as draft capital. This is why I'm publicly, and I'm going to keep on saying, trade George Pickens. You can get 2 for 1. Get 2 draft picks for him. If Minka doesn't want to restructure, trade Minka. Get 2 for 1. You need capital. The only thing that made the Philadelphia Eagles better was they drafted better and improved the 53-man roster to where even Nick Sirianni couldn't mess it up. They have the Tate, how long have I been saying that your 53-man roster, they have the best 53-man roster in football? You can't mess that up. You got playmakers everywhere. That's how you win. Because for 2 years they went to the Super Bowl. 1 year they won, 1 year they didn't. The other 2 years they looked just like the Pittsburgh Steelers and was 10-7, lost 5 in a row going into the playoffs, and first round exit by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What improved them? That 53-man roster. That 53-man roster hit it out the park. Yeah. That's what the Steelers have to do. They have to improve the 53-man roster.
Facts. Hey, G, walk us to our last commercial, man.
Man, we appreciate it all, y'all. We got one last commercial break. Let's pause for the calls, pay some bills. We'll check y'all on the backside of the commercial break for the KnoItAllz podcast.
Big-G.
Yeah.
The other side of the break. The other side of the break.
Yeah, that's right. That's correct. You got it.
So
that's all good.
Couple of questions, man. Couple of questions before we get out of here and get to our parting shots. Hey, who's better?
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
Who's better, Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders?
I like Shedeur better, but I still think they at best both in value. If you ranking players in the draft, they both around 10 to 12, but they're gonna go higher because they're quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. But if I'm picking between the two, I'm taking Shedeur. I think Cam is a better passer. I think Shedeur has the size, like 6'1", 6'2". He maneuvers the pocket well. I don't think either one of them's intent is to run the ball. Cam Ward might be slightly faster, but I just think Shedeur played bigger games. He's football pedigree. Deion is a Sanders, who's a Hall of Famer. Pro Bowl, of course, but Hall of Famer. So I think the tutelage he's got over all the years, the exposure to all the stars and other Hall of Fame players he got, is going to be the separation between the two early on in their careers.
Big G, I heard you say earlier that you think Shedeur is going to make it to the Raiders.
No, I didn't say. I said I think Travis Hunter is going to make it to the Raiders.
So you feel like Shedeur will be gone before the Raiders?
I think Shedeur is going to go 3 to the New York Football Giants. I will go Cam Ward 1 to the Tennessee Titans, Abdul Carter 2 to the Cleveland Browns, Shedeur Sanders 3 to the New York Football Giants. 4, I got Mason Graham, defensive tackle, University of Michigan. 5, Jacksonville, Will Johnson, cornerback, Michigan. And 6, Travis Hunter, cornerback, wide receiver, Las Vegas Raiders. As of today.
Tate, Jackson Dart, you buying the stock up, down? No.
Does he get the big frozen?
I don't know if
he don't get the big frozen. That's a big dumb question, so I ain't answering it. So no, I'm not buying no stock. No, Jackson Dart. Come on, man.
Jackson Dart. They saying that he's the best out of all of the quarterbacks in the draft. They're thinking that he's better than Shador. They're thinking he's better than Cam.
No.
So you're not buying it.
I'm not buying. I'm not touching Dak Jackson Dart with a 10-foot pole. I'd trade back in the third round to a later third round pick to maybe consider taking him.
I love it.
Yeah.
They talking about first round and all that, man. Pittsburgh got too many needs to be wasting the pick. We saw what pick 21 did for us last time we took the quarterback. His name was one Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett, right? Super Bowl winning Kenny Pickett. You know what I'm saying?
Big trash Kenny Pickett. Can't give him no credit for that Super Bowl win. Stop that.
Hey, Big-G. Well, you call him big trash Kenny Pickett?
Big trash.
Why you put that disrespect on his name like that?
Because he's horrible.
Where the big trash sign at?
That's big trash. Let's go, man.
Big trash.
Big. Dump him on over there with Oscar the Grouch. Dump him on in there with the trash can, because that's what he is. Garbage. Get him out of here.
Two more fire questions. I got them lined up for you. Big G, Will Howard. Where does he end up? And how good of a pro do you think he will be?
I think Will Howard goes in the third round. And I wouldn't be shocked if a team took a flyer on him to challenge for a starting position. I wouldn't be shocked. I think Will Howard has the tools. I think he's a poor man's Josh Allen, to be honest. He's a poor man. He's huge. He's freaking 6'4". He's 240 pounds. He runs like a deer. So, and he can throw. You saw what happened in the playoff. So don't get it twisted. But I think that Will Howard will probably be a third round. I don't know who. But he'll be – I would love for us to get him. If some kind of way we traded and got extra draft capital and we could get him like in the fourth round, oh, my God, I would love for him to be the backup quarterback in Pittsburgh.
Minnesota. Place like Minnesota. Because they're going to lose Sam Darnold.
They drafted J.J. McCoy. If he go anywhere, he going to go somewhere one of these old quarterbacks at. I can see the Rams taking him to sit behind the old guy for a year or two and then see what he got and get him ready for a starter's job in 26 or 27.
Yeah.
Why would he go sit behind J.J. McCarthy? I mean, that don't make sense to me. They get, especially in the third round, they get a way better player that fits now than taking a shot at Will Howard in the third round.
Hey, Tim, I like that pick, bro. I like Howard behind Geno in Seattle. I like that. That's a good spot. That's one of
the kind of places I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
With the black and gold standard. Hey, man, put him in the Matrix too, bro. Put him in. Bro, listen. I put him in the Matrix first, and then I'll tell you why once he come back. And I got to educate this dude as he comes out the Matrix. So put him in the Matrix first.
Okay, so we go into the Matrix. All right.
Put him on in the Matrix. Educate you.
That's an honor of our co-mayor being there. Our co-mayor. Okay, go ahead.
Let me educate you, black and gold standard. They had 15 players invited to the combine. That's a record, right? They don't invite bums to the combine. You have to have a fifth round grade or higher to get invited to the combine. All 15 of those players for Ohio State is going in the fifth round or higher, which means they're going to be on NFL rosters next year. And if for some God forbid reason, G. Scott gets drafted, they'll have 16 and set the NFL record for most players drafted. You saw this before with the Georgia Bulldogs, i.e. Philadelphia Bulldogs, i.e. Philadelphia, whatever you want to call them, Georgians or whatever. They stockpiled talent from one college team. How much freaking talent do you really think is on that Ohio State team?
Hey, give us the names of that.
They got a lot of talent.
Give us the names real quick. We didn't go through that. The
Nolan
15
Smith,
invited.
Jalen Carter.
No, the 15 Ohio State players invited to the combine.
Seth McLaughlin, Josh Simmons, Dontel Jackson, the guard, Will Howard, Quinshon Junkins, Travion Henderson, Emeka Buka, JTT, Jack Sawyer, Tyleek Hamilton.
Tyleek Williams.
Hamilton, Tyleek Williams and Tyleek Hamilton, both DTs. Cody Simon, Lathan Ransom, Denzel Burke, and Jordan Hancock.
Yep. 15. Texas had 14. I won't read it because we got our last fire question that I need to talk about. Tate Boy Fresh. Jalen Milroe. What do you think? Second, third round? Where do you see him at? Who do you see catching him? And how good of a pro do you think he's going to be?
I can't tell you how good a pro he's going to be. I'll take him over Jackson Dart, though, right now. So if that answers your question, so that I trade back in the third round and still think about drafting Jackson Dart, I trade back. If Jalen Rose there and Jackson Dart there, I'm taking Jalen Milroe. So I think the upside is higher. I can see him going in the third, though, too. But yeah, he probably not off with the fifth. Just because, you take gambles at quarterback, man. If you got a third-round pick and you need a quarterback, that's a pick you're willing to gamble with on upside. You know what I mean? That's when Malik Willis went in the third round in the 80s. Didn't play good in Tennessee. Now Green Bay has a good backup. They could trade him and get capital for him right now. Just like the Patriots could trade Joe Milton, get capital for him right now. So, yeah, it might be an investment, but you develop him a little bit, you let him play. At the very least, if he's not going to be your guy, you played him up and you can get that pick back a little higher later by trading it off. Love it.
You guys gave great answers. This is the last one for both of you. Dealing with Jalen Milroe. He goes to the combine. He has a big arm and shows it, right? And he runs a 4.5 40. Does he get to the first round?
Yes. Somebody will take a we ain't taking a swing on him. I saw a big trash draft where the Steelers drafted Milroe in the second round. I said on Steelers Almighty, if that happens, I'm going to Pittsburgh, pulling up on somebody, and we're going to be moving some furniture around. Because you ain't no way in hell you drafting Jalen Milroe in the second round. So, yeah, but yeah, if he runs a sub 4.5, super big arm, heck, they asked believing last year in the draft that Will Levis was going to go number 1 overall. A couple years ago, that was said. Will Levis was going to go number. He ended up being a second-round pick. But because he could do all the little intangible stuff that just gets people flared up and fired up at the combine. But if the tape don't match the measurables, don't get stuck with Anthony Richardson. That's what happens. You go and you get just – because that's what Jalen Milroe is. He's Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson ain't did nothing in the NFL. Nothing. And I doubt if he does anything.
After said probably Cleveland. Tate, what do you think if he runs because he has a nuclear arm, and if he shows off his arm and runs a 4.5, do you think he moves to the first round?
Jalen Milroe?
Yeah.
Nah, his on-field decision making and stuff like that. No, he's not a first round. Like I said, you take a gamble, but you don't take a gamble in late first round. You take a gamble in the second or third. I like Jalen Milroe. If he's there in the third and I'm Pittsburgh, I consider him just because I like to see him be behind. I say I consider him. I ain't say I take him. But I think, you got to develop that quarterback room. So what you weighing right there is because I think you get your running back in the fourth. So you got receiver, D tackle, and the third round, you willing to get a later running back and not get a corner right now to draft on potential. Again, put talent in every one of my rooms, Big G. That's where I'm at. You can play it safe. You can play it safe and get somebody that you might need, or you can swing for the fences, go upside. Put talent in my room again is what I always say.
I like it. And I think here's the deal. I think he ends up if he does something like that, I think somebody will try to take a swing. Like you said, somebody's going to reach because they get enamored with 40 time, especially for quarterbacks. And he's played at a big level. He ain't made, he hasn't done the things that Bryce did before him, or Jalen did before him, or any of Tua did before him, any of the Alabama quarterbacks. But if there's one thing I know, if they see a quarterback especially after what Jalen Daniels did and what Lamar Jackson has done, if they see a quarterback who's that fast, who can threaten the defense, somebody's going to be willing to take a chance on him. I think personally he shouldn't go any higher than the end of the second round. That's the highest to me, right? Because I believe after watching Tate, I believe what my brother said. Honestly, I believe what G said. He just can't read defenses yet.
No, he can't.
He has a problem with getting off of his first read. And in the NFL, you got to get off your first, second, and third read fast, right? And I think he would just be a quarterback who would just use his legs. He would just.
Well, that's why he's a developmental piece, but that's why you take a shot at him, like I said, in the third, and he's usable. You can have a package for him. You could get value out that third round pick and still get him on the field. So It's not like you draft somebody only to sit because he's such an athlete, he's so fast, and can still put pressure on the defense from different packages.
Facts.
He may be worth somebody really. I can see him fitting in Dallas. What y'all gonna do with Trey Lance?
Oh, Trey he's still under contract, but I don't think he stays and becomes a quarterback because we'd have to pick him over Cooper Rush in order to keep him.
Y'all ain't getting rid of Cooper Rush, bro. Cooper Rush staying right there.
Yeah, I don't think we get rid of Cooper Rush.
Last thing too is about the quarterback, man. You don't reach. 2026 going to have 7 dogs in the first round. You build your roster up to insert the quarterback. That's what you get you a bridge. Pittsburgh, I'm talking to you. Sign Justin 2 years. If he works, then you long-term him. If not, he's your bridge. You'll go get a quarterback in 2026. There's going to be 7 of them.
Ooh.
There's going to be 7 of them.
Oh, gee, I got to ask this question to you guys because I didn't ask. I'm sorry. It passed me. Is it Justin not signing or is this Pittsburgh? Which one is happening? Is Justin waiting to see what he's worth on the open market? Is that what this is? Or is this Pittsburgh waiting?
Well, you can officially negotiate with your players, but you can't officially sign them to a contract until a certain date. But no other team can actually make another player an offer if they're currently on or signed to you or registered to you. So Justin might look at the market. He probably will. I think I've told you this in private. I think the New York Football Jets is going to make a run at him. I think the New Orleans Saints is going to make a run at him. I think there's certain teams that they're going to put some money out there. And I think that we can't be super cheap with Justin, but I really do think we can get him for 2 years, $27 or $28 million. I think we can get him for that. But teams are going to give it
2 years, 27. That's $13 million a year.
Yeah, that's good money.
Yeah, I think he's worth more than that. And I think whatever Justin decides, whoever team's offer him, the Steelers can get him no matter what. All they got to do is offer him that same money. He will pick the Steelers for the same money. So
correct.
The Steelers control if they get Justin Fields or not. I mean, they can negotiate with him now, see if they can offer him the sweet spot where he'll accept it now and won't worry about free agency, or they can wait and say the Saints or the Jets come in and say, we give you $25 million a year. He could go to one of them, or the Steelers can say, we give you $25 million a year, you're going to pick the Steelers. He just put up another post on his IG recently that makes it look like he's happy with the Steelers. He ain't do all the talking that Russ doing, make it look like maybe he already talked to somebody he's gonna be with the Steelers. That's what it looked like. So I think it's just a matter of time. I think the Steelers got to get something done with that situation as soon as they're allowed to, as soon as possible, so they can start working on everything else.
Wow. After it said Tim will hire some scrub, win 9 games, and call it a successful season. Oh my God.
Well, that right there is bring Russ back.
Black and Gold Standard said it's Justin that's waiting.
That's smart. That's a smart decision. That's a business decision.
I like the decision, but I'm with Tate though. Put some money together. Hey man, look.
Yeah,
here,
you can't like G said. Not to cut you off, my 27 million. You disrespecting me. I mean, you know what I mean? 13.5 a year. You got to at least be willing to go to 18 to 20 starting out.
Two for 40. 2 for 40.
Two for 40 might get it done early.
Starting out, quarterbacks don't make under 18. That's receiver money. You know what I'm saying?
Number two wide receiver money. Yeah,
you're gonna have to put some money out there, and I think the starting number's 22, 21, 22. That's
all I know is we don't give him more than 2 years. I think Justin has to prove that he's the long-term solution in Pittsburgh. And I think if Tomlin wouldn't have been so stubborn last year, we would have figured this out. Justin was 4-2, had 10 touchdowns, 1 interception, was playing well. I mean, his only bad move was when he lost to the Cowboys. But because
that wasn't his fault. That wasn't his fault. He took them up, gave them game-winning touchdown, and they let Dak go down and score with 20 seconds left. That was the defense.
That's facts. So Tomlin promised Russ the job, which to me, that's one of the biggest issues I have with Mike Tomlin. He should have let Justin play. And you saw that going further in the schedule. After Russ played the game he played against the Bengals, he was cooked. You should have went back to Justin. And you should have stayed with Justin, but he refused to. So I think now, knowing how Tomlin thinks, he's just going ahead and just sign with Justin, but he's going to tell Justin, you're going to have to prove it to him. Which I think Justin can.
Black and Gold said, but remember, Art Rooney's the owner. You guys, man, let's get to it, man. Shout out to the KnoItAllz crew, of course. We got our partners, myself, Tate Big-G, but we also got Big Dirt and B-Dirt and Pay out there, man. Definitely love you guys. That's the homies. You got We Are DC for Life. We got definitely you got to listen to the Cavaliers podcast, Running Through the Jungle, the Frustrated Chicago Sports. You got to support these. You got to support the guys. You got to support the crew. We got a team behind us. It's not just us, man. We do this for the culture. Make you move. We show you how to move in a room full of vultures. You know what I'm saying? That's who we are. We are the KnoItAllz. And I guarantee you there's some stuff that we know and we better than you. But let's get into it, man. Let's get into the parting shots. Holla at me. Take you first, man. You up.
Man, I'm excited for the basketball season. Really the last third of the NBA season. It's gonna be exciting. A lot of good matchups coming. Things are bunched up unless you one of the top two teams, OKC or Cleveland Cavaliers, tied for the best record in the league at 44-10 in both conferences. Cavs 6 games up on the Celtics. I think the Thunder up even a few more games than that. They might be up like 8 or 9 games in their conference. But college basketball and even the women's game, when WNBA, both South Carolina, LSU got beat today by other top teams. UConn now for women's game. UConn has now jumped to the Vegas favorite to win the championship. Texas, Texas Longettes, whatever you call it, female Longhorn, they beat LSU today. So, I spent a lot of the early afternoon until almost time to do this, watching basketball, first Ohio State Michigan, then women's basketball. So I'm just excited for the basketball possibilities and getting into all this football, free agency, and draft talk, man. We got a lot of stuff to dig into moving forward. And we ain't even cracked off spring training yet. I got a feeling Big G's Philly's gonna be big trash.
Yeah, we took some steps back. I ain't gonna be out there talking strong this year, man.
But yeah, so Tate, we appreciate your contribution. I'm gonna tell you a lot of the stuff that you see, a lot of the graphics we see, we as we stepping up production, that's Tate Boy Fresh, and I thank you for your contribution. I thank you for the things that you're doing. I want to publicly say that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we do a lot of behind the scenes working for you guys, and like I said, what you're gonna start seeing now, we're gonna put out for some subscribers, and we want you guys to subscribe to the channel. You'll get some funny real funny behind the scenes content. I mean, when I say we are wild, we are wild. We talk to each other and we have a lot of fun. Yeah,
I'm going back to the beginning now, man. I don't know how I feel about y'all saying KnoItAllz after dark. I ain't rocking with you cats after dark, man. I'm not doing that.
Wait a minute. Don't put that on me. That's this one that's in the big seat right now. The one that's in the big seat is the one that said KnoItAllz after dark. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just saying. But when you're real light like him, you know what I'm saying? When you're real light, you're real bright, you got to do stuff after dark. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Big G. Give us your point shots, my G.
Hey, man, first of all, man, this is the last week, probably, I'll say within the next 7 to 10 days, I'm going to have the big trash background. All my stuff has been officially shipped, and you're really going to enjoy and like the background that we put together for all the podcasting and all the different networks and channels that I'm on across the platform, man. So I appreciate y'all patience with that, man, for sure. Number 2, man, is that it's for me, it's football. It's football, and more football. I love the other sports, don't get me wrong, but football is like, I'm in my bag, bro. Mod knows, and Mod didn't even realize how much actual film I sit down and watch. Like when other folks is watching television programs and series, I'm watching film because I have a passion for that. I want to see my team, my Pittsburgh Steelers, get better. And knowing that I don't work for the front office, I don't have a direct link to the team, but I know that if I can see it, others can see it. We have been super successful on the KnoItAllz channel 3 years in a row, considering our mock draft, the players that was drafted, and how we evaluated talent. We're at probably an 80% clip for players that we should have said ended up with the Pittsburgh Steelers or ended up with the Dallas Cowboys. So I'm in my bag. Yeah. So saying all that, unlike a lot of the Steelers out there, a lot of Steelers fans out there, I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be ultra aggressive in this year's free agency. I think that Andy Waddle, I think that Omar Khan have put together a plan. There's certain guys, offensive linemen, that I really think we're going to take a swing at. Stanley's one of those guys over there off of Baltimore. I think we're going to go after Zetzler, the guard at Detroit. I think they're going to take a swing. And I really think they're going to give Justin an opportunity to become quarterback 1 in Pittsburgh. Justin can do everything that Jalen does. Jalen just has an astronomical amount of talent surrounded around him. And why would you not do that for Justin in Pittsburgh? I'm not saying he's going to win a Super Bowl, but he'll win some playoff games. So I look for the Steelers organization to be aggressive in free agency, and I look for them to do a good job with evaluating talent and approving our 53-man roster. And I want to be right there with them. I want to make sure that I'm putting my eyes on the players that they're evaluating and saying, hey, are these guys legitimately Pittsburgh Steelers? So I'm excited about all sports, like Tate said, baseball, basketball. But, man, it's bad time for me in football.
Breaking news, not to interrupt you, Big G, but breaking news. Goat not playing tonight. Sore ankle.
Yeah.
Y'all know what I'm talking about when I say GOAT not playing, right? I don't gotta use no name.
Oh, King James.
Yeah, okay, you're right. I want to know if Mod knew it though. Mod knew too though.
He ain't gonna make it.
I mean, he's the GOAT of this league, right? He's the GOAT of this league right now. So absolutely, I knew exactly who he was talking about. You know, and shout out to LeBron James. I mean, he has learned how to take care of his body at a high clip out of any athlete that, you know, has ever played the game. I mean, outside of Tom Brady, I mean, they figured it out. You know what I mean? Both of these guys played past 40 and had really good careers, you know, after they went past 40. So, I mean, shout out to him, man. Whatever he's doing, you know, to take care of his body and stay in a good physical condition to play in the NBA is a good thing. I just want to say thank you. No Mods moments tonight, but I do want to say thank you and make sure that if you guys have questions, make sure you ask them. And even if you want us to put together something to answer your question, make sure you hit up Big G. Make sure you hit up Tate on Facebook. Hit these guys up. We will make a video and address your question. We're here for you guys.
Why you didn't say hit me up too? Why you just put me questions on me and Big G? I don't mind, but why you didn't include yourself?
Oh, they can give me questions. I'm a moderator.
Right.
I'm moderating. I'm telling you, if you have a question for me, hit me up as well. You know, I'm not even finna talk about it. See, this is this content that you'll get off if you subscribe.
I don't want that side of me to show because it get way more crucial than that when we be backstage.
Hey, that what they see is what they get. It's all like
Big G, like that phone call we had with you a couple of weeks ago.
Man, I'm just saying we move virtual furniture around inside of this stuff. It really happens. Virtually, it happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But definitely, y'all are part of the fam. Y'all are part of the brand. We love doing this and giving you, our time on a Sunday, hanging out.
Ma, can I ask the live chat a question? Can y'all do me a favor? Just please. Go take somebody's phone that's in your home, in your household, that you know might not like sports and whatever else. Type in the KnoItAllz podcast and hit subscribe. We're that close to 1K subs that if we just get everybody that rocks with us to just get one more person. Y'all have family members, husbands, wives, children, spouses, nieces, nephews that you're connected to. Take one person, take their phone, type in the KnoItAllz podcast and hit subscribe. It's not a charge. It doesn't cost any money. Because when we get to 1K subs, the whole game changes. Yeah. And we need that from you guys because y'all been rocking with us loyally. And so we even got a thing that we would like to do where we were talking about once we get the super chat thing rolling, we bring the top 5 super chatters on a show. You know, just to give you guys, because some of y'all like to be front facing, but some of y'all would love to have some camera time with us. Claude. on the other networks, Claude, brother man, y'all be running it up.
Yeah.
So we want to be able to do that on our network, on the KnoItAllz podcast. So just grab their phone, say, look, I just need it for a second. Type in the KnoItAllz podcast and get us a subscription. Get us to that 1K so everything can change.
I did that today, Big G. I was shopping at Walmart and Target. Both my cashiers had them scan the QR code.
Yeah.
And I say, share. If you know somebody like sports, all sports, check us out. If you just want to laugh, check us out. You know what I mean? Because I said some of the stuff Mod and Big G say is crazy ridiculous. So check that out. If you just want matter of factual news, you listen to me.
No, don't throw us under the bus there, sir. Some of the stuff you say is really wild. You be wilding for real. You be wilding.
Last wild thing you heard me say.
Wild thing. Well, I can't say it on the show, but
no, I'm talking about far as your take.
Oh no, your takes are decent. Your takes are really decent. I haven't really heard you say anything outlandish. Big G, surprisingly, hasn't had that many. Like he used to have a whole bunch of just wild takes.
Yeah,
but they're starting to slow down. They're starting to slow down.
I think 2025 changed things.
They slowed down. Definitely slowed down. But hey, y'all, we finna get out of here, man. We appreciate you for your time.
Make a pick of who team you got tonight.
The team that ain't nobody watching. I mean,
I'm about to go look at it. Ain't nothing else on.
I'm not looking at it at all. I'm not. I'm gonna cook me something to eat, and I'm gonna sit down and watch a movie.
Give me Kenny Squad. Yes, Sweet Lips. I know.
Yeah, you know it's finna go down this evening.
No, I'm about to watch a movie. Listen, I'm about to watch a movie
by yourself.
Yeah, I'm excited that we have Raven Kanan's about to come back. I went and I watched Captain America, the new Captain America. That was really good. It was a 7.58. Definitely. I'm just trying to catch up with the movies. You
didn't watch This Christmas yet. See.
I started The Forge though. That might be what I finished watching. Yeah, I did start The Forge. All right, you guys, we out of here. We thank y'all for rocking with us. We will holler at you later. Peace.